Okay, so I don't know how well you can see this. This is my Google Classrooms. And so I'm just going to give you an example of what I've been doing. So if you click on classwork, I have all of the topics up here by day. And then if they click on the day, like today's April 2nd, there's like a schedule. So it says 9 to 9:30 is morning huddle. So at 9 o'clock, I also, on the stream, I post a link that they can go to. So if like the kiddos click on this link, they at 9, then everybody clicks on it and we sing the hello song together. I do that again at 2, so we can sing the goodbye song together. But they might not have the time to do that, so I also put the hello song up here via video for them if they don't get to join us and they still want to sing the hello song. I also have our morning message up and we're learning about plants, so I also put a video I found on Scholastic about plants up there for them to click on. So then as they move along the day, I have posted 9:30 to 10 flower art, and it's a little video here of my girls making plants and flowers with arts and crafts. I tape them doing it so the parents can see, have an idea of what they can do with their kids. So yeah, then I have it as a schedule. So 9 to 9:30 was morning huddle. 9:30 to 10 we did a little activity, and then 10 to 10:30 is a read aloud and music and movement. So I have a video of me reading the book Tiny Seed because that fits with the plants, and then I put up a little music and movement video for them to move their body around with. I really like Jack Hartman. So most of my videos are a YouTube link of Jack Hartman doing different things. He's just really great. And then 10:30 to 11 is center time. And then I just posted up a bunch of centers and ideas that they can do in those centers. So I have the art center up, and I had sent them home with a bunch of art materials. So I just told them to put all those art materials out and let the kids create. There's a block center. I sent the kids home with a bag of blocks so they can go to the block center and create and build. Play-Doh center. And I also sent the kids home with a jar of sand so they can put it in a pan and have a little sand table. The writing center, this is where they can use the Play-Doh to make letters, or they can go around the house and see if there's letters there. They can practice writing their name. And the math center, they can make numbers with the Play-Doh. They can make numbers in the sand at the sand table. They can count, different things like that. Sometimes I'll videotape what center I have a 4-year-old at home, so I'll videotape what center she went into and show them what she created. And sometimes I'll give them ideas of what they can do. But this is also a good place that I think I'm going to start doing, if I find something on YouTube or Pinterest that's a do yourself at home, I can put little resource links for them to click on here, oh, try this in the art center today. So it's just this is just where they can go and explore different centers. And then from 11 to 11:30, our music teacher, he has a Google Classroom page too, so they know at 11 to 11:30 that they go and they visit his page. I even put up 11:30 to 12 lunch just to remind the parents, now we've been having a busy day, let's relax and have some lunch. I scheduled nap time too. From 12 to 12:30, I put up nap time, and sometimes I link some songs that they can sleep to. So again, these are all under assignments. Instead of an assignment that's due, it's just the schedule. Then from 12:30 to 1 is read alouds in the center. And so I have, when they wake up from nap time, I have another read aloud that I videotaped that I put there. I decided to focus on, for the second book of the day, on fairy tales. So this one's about the gingerbread man. And then I wrote that they can go back and choose a different center or the same center they did before. Then from 1 to 1:30, the gym teacher also has a Google Classroom page, so they know it's time to go and visit his. And then from 1:30 to 2, we have review and goodbye, and this is where I kind of go over the alphabet with them, and we do some counting fun together. These are just videos that I tagged on. And I also put up the goodbye song. It's just me singing the goodbye song. But at 2 o'clock, I do have a link that I put up on stream where they can all join in and we can sing the goodbye song together. And that's been pretty successful. Not everybody really shows up to the 9 o'clock morning one, but the 2 o'clock one is where I see everybody. And they get a chance to talk to each other and catch up with each other, and we make sure everybody's safe and doing well, and then we all sing the goodbye song together. Yeah, so that's just a little example of what my Google Classroom is looking at like right now. Also, I have my laptop like right by my side all the time, so that if they wanted to go on Google Hangouts and chat with me or video call me or my assistant, then my computer is always next to me, and I'll see it pop up that they want to talk to me, and we can talk then too. Let me actually go on to one of my videos that I created. So if we go over to the topics, and then today was April 2nd. Just give you an example of like what morning messages that I like. So back in the morning with the morning huddle. Here's just a little example of like what my video looks like for a morning message. Okay, I guess I have to hit it twice.
Hi pre-K, we're in a new month. Do you remember what it was? Well, let's take a look. I see the letter A, but it's not the sound of ah like we know A makes. It's the other A sound. A, like acorn, airplane. Only this is the month April. April. Oh, and there's the number. Such an easy number for us. 2. April 2. Hello, pre-K. We have music and gym today. And here's your thinking challenge. Okay, we made a terrarium yesterday because we are learning about plants. So let's see. This is a letter. It's our, we know that.
Okay, so I mean, this is kind of how I set it up. I always have like a little thinking challenge at the end to just kind of tell us like what we're doing today. And we've been learning about plants. And then after this, there's a video that I found from Scholastic. So after they can go and they can learn even more about plants through this little video that I found from Scholastics. And then our activity today is making plants out of arts and crafts, like coloring it with crayons, or you can paint a plant, adding the different parts that you might remember, like the roots, the stem, and the leaves. And I have my girls that I videotaped the activity with them doing. So just like, so then I kind of, because I mean, we used to do whole group activities, and it was like a sensory thing. And
so today we're going to be doing an art project that is the parts of a flower. So I thought first we would go over what the parts of the flower are, and then they can go ahead and do their art project. So here is a flower. And so what do we know about
I'll fast forward a little bit.
Maybe. So I gave them all of these different art supplies that we have just lying down in our basement. If you don't have all of this at home, that's okay. You can use tape, popsicle sticks, some of the paint, crayons, markers. We happen to have some cupcake liners. So we have a lot of art supplies out here. But if you don't have all that, you can just use what you do have, and whatever parts of the flower that you can remember, you can go ahead and...
I have a sky and a flower.
Oh yeah, and then I just show them some examples of like questions they can ask their kids while their kids are creating stuff. It was very important for me to remind them over and over again that they can just use the the stuff that I gave them in their bag, because I did give them a lot of stuff in their bag for arts and crafts, like crayons and markers and paints. They had that, when they picked up their bags on the last day of school, they have a lot of this stuff in there. So just was showing them that whatever they want to use to make their plant is fine. But then I did videotape myself asking my daughter like different questions so they can see like how they can ask questions. I also made it very clear to my parents that they don't have to follow this schedule, that they don't have to like exactly at 9:30, this is what they have to do. And at 10 and 10:30, like they can follow the schedule any way they want to. They can skip days, they can go back and try different things, they can redo things. Like this is really just in case there are parents who need a scheduled day to help them through, like this is to help them. It also helps me like stay on track with what's there, but in no sense do I expect the parents to follow this like to the T and do everything on there. It's just there as a resource. It's just there as a guideline, so that they have something. And I talk to all my parents and I let them know that, because in the beginning they were like, they were trying to like submit pictures for everything like it was a real assignment, like, and they were taping videos of them doing like the musics and stuff like that. And I told them that when I loved them handing in stuff for me, of course, but that they didn't have to stress themselves out over it. Like just work with it, which makes sense for them. And that the most important thing was just to make sure that their kids are emotionally okay and have the support that they need. But I do like seeing them at 2:00 when they join my meetings. Anyways, this is just a little example of what my Google Classrooms looks like. Thank you.